Hey everyone, I'm Surya and here I'm presenting my project, a smart VS Code extension which is powered by OpenAI's GPT-3 engine, made purely above the intention of making students' life easier and more enjoyable. So here's the first functionality of my project. It can summarize any text provided to it in much shorter and simple, easy to understand language. For example, here it is an article related to Ukraine-Russian war. If I want to summarize it, if all I have to do is just select all text, and from my command palette I have to select Intellectify Summarize option. Here it is summarizing my code, my article, and here's the output. The first line is the summarized text, which is much shorter related to the article provided to it and in much simpler language. And here the JSON output of the same. This is the same text which is present over here, which is a summary of the whole article. Um, Now coming to our next feature, or the next problem statement. Like, have you ever got fed up while doing some search for something in a digital document? However, you do not know the exact word, but you do know the thoughts, feelings, or emotions around it. So, well, for that, here's the solution in the form of semantic search. For example, if you want to do search over here in the same article, all that you have to do is just again from the command palette you have to select the option of Intellectify Do Semantic Search. Then this inbox will appear in which you can write any query which you want to search. Like if I want to search when Russia reunited its forces to attack on the Ukraine, and if I press enter, then this query will be called on the server, which from where the request will go to the GPT-3 engine, and the search will be performed. If I press enter, here it is searching, and here's the output. It highlighted the line which is making sense with our query the most, which is more relevant to our query. It will get highlighted automatically. Like if we read Russian forces regrouped last month for what was meant to be board assault in eastern Ukraine, and here's the JSON output for the same. uh, it created 47 documents using this article and sorted them according to the scores assigned to them, which is making more sense to it, got the highest score, and this document number 25, which is this line, got highlighted. Whichever scores more will be get highlighted here. So this was our second problem statement. Now coming to our third problem statement, and actually this happens a lot when a student wants to study something, but he or she usually not comfortable with the language the content text written in. And for that, here's the solution in the form of language translator. Like if any student not comfortable in English and comfortable in Hindi, all he have to do is just mention here in what language you want this text to get converted in. Like I want this English to get converted in Hindi language. Then I just have to mention what I want to do, and then name of the language of the current content, and then name of the language in which I want this text to get converted in. Then again I just have to do the selection of this whole text, and from my command palette I have to select Intellectify Convert Code. It is now converting this English content to Hindi, and here's the output. And not only this, it can convert any particular language to any other language present in the world. For example, if I want this English to get converted into Japanese, again I just have to mention the name of the language in which I want this current text to get converted in, and then again same process, select it, and from the command palette select Intellectify Convert Code. And here's the Japanese translation of the same text. Also, there are some miscellaneous features which can help computer science students also in their daily life. For example, first one is code generation using English instructions. For that, I want to show you the demo here. If I want to create a program in Python which can create a list of first names and then create a list of last names and then combine them randomly into a list of 10 full names. Again, all I have just to do is select this text, and from command palette I have to select Intellectify Write Code. and here it is writing my code, and here's the output. It created first name with random names and last name with random last names, and then it concatenated into the full name array randomly. And second feature which is also helpful for computer science students is code conversion from one programming language to another. For that, here's the demo. If I want, it is a C++ code. If I want the C++ code to get converted into Python, all I have just do is just select this text, and from my command palette again I have to select Intellectify convert code, and it will again convert this code, and here's the output. It is the equivalent of that C++ code into the Python language. Although I have developed all these amazing features in a form of VS Code extension, because as a computer science student, VS Code is more handy to me. But this project is highly scalable because the core logic is in the JavaScript language only. For example, if I show you the code, here's the code of the extension, and you can see all the code is written in JavaScript only. And for each function, I have separate function, like code conversion have a separate function, then generate documentation have a separate function, then summarization have a separate function. So all semantic search have a separate function. So all this functionality is implemented in separate function, which is making it highly scalable, and also it is written in JavaScript so that it can be used to present this on the web page as well, with some integration with HTML, CSS, and Node.js server. And for example, just for the reference, I am showing another demo, and here I have used some same JavaScript code with some front-end integration. Here's it is running on my local server. The same JavaScript code is pasted in its server, and it is running upon the Node.js server and with the CSS and HTML front-end integration with it. Although it is not a project which I'm submitting in this hackathon, but it is just for the demo purpose. Uh, if here I want to perform something, I also have included the speech recognition feature in this website. Like if I want to give it a algorithm in like English instructions, it can convert that algorithm into code. For example, write a BFS algorithm in Python. Then I have to select this convert to code, and here's the output. It wrote the BFS algorithm, whole BFS algorithm in Python language. And if I want some thing, some other thing, uh, like if I want to perform addition of two numbers, then again I have to do the same. For example, perform addition of two numbers in Python. Then again I have to click on convert to code, and here's the addition function in Python language. Also, it can convert code from one programming language to another programming language. All I have to do is just mention the same, like Python to C++, Python and C++, and then I have to click on this convert code button. Here the C++ equivalent for the same. So I hope you like the demo of the whole project. Thank you for giving your time. Have a good day.